Hello, we are the Wisest Wizards. I'm Coffee Doug.
Ryan Pancake Hat.
And we are here for the Rough Cuts Saturday DVD review. We want to say thanks very much to the Rough Cuts for giving us a chance. We really appreciate it. We're very excited. The other member of the Wisest Wizards, Mike Waterpipe, he's already got some great ideas, great DVDs he wants to review as well. So we're very excited. Thank you. We're happy to be part of it, and we want to discuss a lot of movies with you guys and see what you think. The movie we're going to review today is Mr. Brooks, starring Kevin Costner. It was released in 2007. It is rated R, and
For Righteous.
Rated R for Righteous. It is starring, just some of the stars in it, Kevin Costner, Demi Moore, Dane Cook, and William Hurt. Those are who I really wanted to talk about. Give a synopsis of the movie.
All right. So basically you have a serial killer. I'm not going to disclose any names as to who it is, Michael Jackson. Anyway, you got the serial killer, and basically he's fighting an inner personality. And basically, I think he wants to get out of it, but this personality that he has, just keeps pulling him back in. So he's like, all right, one more time.
I think you can say it is Kevin Costner. That's not like a spoiler. That's in the first 2 minutes you see that it's him. So just to make it easy on you.
Fucking asshole. Anyway, so Kevin Costner then is the serial killer. But anyway, he wants to get out, is the way I took it. And he's conflicted, and he also sees, he's very careful, but he slips up, and Dane Cook, I guess, wants to be an apprentice, kind of, sort of, to the serial killer.
Basically, the movie has a lot of different stories going on. Here's what I liked about it. I loved the depth of all the characters. You've got Kevin Costner, who's the serial killer. You've got his alter ego, and they do this in a way that I've not really seen in many films. Some people compare it to Dexter, as to where Dexter is also a serial killer and he's dealing with his dark passenger. In Mr. Brooks, Kevin Smith is the serial killer. He's dealing with his alter ego. Kevin Costner is the serial killer, and he's dealing with William Hurt. That's his alter ego. But every character, Demi Moore, she plays a detective, and I actually liked her in this movie. They had a whole side story going on with her. Do you remember that?
Because you see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Now you made me lose my train of thought. All the elements of the story are essential, I think. People argue that her character didn't make sense. Dane Cook, a lot of people were put off by him being in this movie because of his stand-up act. I thought he did fine. You do see some of his mannerisms come through, but he really took the part seriously, and you could tell that he played it with conviction. He really wanted to be that character. Well,
I'm going to tell you, he didn't make this movie any less interesting than it was. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat. In fact, I found myself on the floor, closer to the TV. That's how much off the seat I was. I was like right there.
And to see the interaction between Kevin Costner, who is Mr. Brooks, and William Hurt, his alter ego, amazing. Like, amazing acting. Like, I couldn't believe, it feels like they had been best friends for years, or they really had lived inside each other's heads. Like, they convinced me completely.
I'm going to tell you, for all the killers out there, he's got some pretty good methods to clean up a crime scene, or just to make sure that you weren't, there to begin with.
That brings me to a point. I wonder if cops hate films like this because they see, he's got tricks. Don't go into any of them because I want the viewer to be surprised. But he has got things that he does where you're like, holy shit. It scares you to go to sleep in your house, the way he gets in and out of places, and don't give anything away.
No, I wasn't. But I'm just going to have to say that it seems like in the movie he's been doing it for quite some time. And then I also want to say he does have a child. He's got a daughter.
And she has a whole backstory herself.
Yes, she does.
That's what I like. None of the characters are pointless.
Very true.
The movie does run 2 hours, so that's where some people feel like they could have cut some, which I guess that's with any movie.
Actually, with Dane Cook, in this movie, he has a point. Everything else, I think he's pointless. So,
okay.
I'm sorry to...
No, that's okay. Some people disagree. I enjoyed the movie. I guess they could have cut some stuff, maybe with Demi Moore, the detective following him. You really didn't need that. There are a few, normal discrepancies in the movie, stuff where you'll say, a cop would never do that, or that would never happen. But it's like that happens in any movie. It's entertainment. It's movie. Like, remember I called you?
Yeah,
There are a few certain things that I was a little, that I don't think it would have went down that way, but it's a movie.
So I guess he's basically discrediting the whole Lethal Weapon series, you know.
Hey, Riggs and Murtaugh, they're real life. They
true.
rock.
We're Riggs and Murtaugh.
Here's what I want to ask you about. Okay, because you've got this man, he's going to AA meetings because he's trying to break the addiction of being a serial killer. Do you feel like everybody has that in them? Or do you feel like some people have it in them? Or what do you feel like? I mean, do you feel like everybody like has the urge sometime to just rip somebody's head off? Obviously in traffic or something. But he can't stop it. It's an addiction. He gets a thrill out. Oh, by the way, as far as like, there's no real graphic scenes and...
there are some
there's some nudity and sex, but like if you were going to watch it with, I don't know, parents or what, I don't know. If
well,
people
my
were
parents
there,
enjoyed it.
yeah, it's not the type of movie that you're like going to be grossed out by, like Ted Bundy or something like that. Like,
how are you grossed out by Ted Bundy? It makes me more hungry, dude.
Anyway,
ribs, that's a good idea.
Do you feel like everybody has that in them? Like,
I think everybody has that.
Just the killer instinct.
No, I had that last night. Thanks for bringing that up. But anyway, I'm just going to say, I think everybody once in a while gets so stressed out in their daily life that yes, they could, in the heat of passion, just take somebody out. But I'm going to tell you, he is so calm. Kevin Costner is so calm in this movie. It almost is scary because he's got everything planned out to a T. He knows exactly what he's going to do, and he executes it perfectly.
He never flies off the handle or goes off half-cocked. He knows he doesn't want to get caught. I do need to bring this up because I've forgotten. The director of this movie is Bruce Evans. That's pretty important because he also wrote it with a guy named Reynold Gideon, I think is his name. But what I found interesting is in the extras, they talk about that those guys together had written Stand By Me, Jungle to Jungle, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. All kids' movies are like movies with kids. They said this was their first movie that they really wanted to go mature and more adult, and I think they really hit it. They did a good job.
They did.
Like it's very adult themed, not porn themed, but adult themed. So, another thing I found out about this movie is that they are talking about they wanted to make a trilogy, but this one really did not do as well, Mr. Brooks, as they would have wanted. But I think it definitely deserves a trilogy, like 2 more films. It's great. They could go so much further with the story. They could show a prequel. Whatever, you know.
Well, I'm just going to say I give it 2 thumbs up on the good movie list.
I also do as well. If you want to look up anything on us, The Wisest Wizards, check out our link over there on the side. Again, we are very proud to be a member of the Rough Cuts. It's very important to us. We did miss last week because we were filming a mission video for our other thing, for Fiesta Movement, and when we won, it was on a Thursday. We didn't realize we'd be up so quick Saturday. We just want to thank the fill-in too for he took over greatly. Like we really appreciate it. And
we just hope he didn't do better than this.
And I did look it up. I checked out the TV schedule, Mr. Brooks. If you don't own it and you don't feel like renting it, it's going to be on the movie channel Saturday, October 3rd at 3 in the morning. So, but I think they probably would cut a lot of stuff out that you'd want to see, like the nudity.
Drink your Monster Energy drinks. It's worth seeing.
Yes, and I got to say this. I'm having a vodka and cranberry juice with a hint of Sprite. That's what I drank while watching the movie. I don't know if it enhanced it better, but that's what I'm drinking now.
It's Doug's time of the month. Well, I drank Jack and Coke, so.
All right. Well, here's to you, all the viewers. Please comment us. Let us know what you think about the movie. Here's to the Rough Cuts, and here's us, Wisest Wizards. Thank you very much.
Thank you.